Scorpion News is a public forum for student expression. Students make all content decisions, and opinions do not necessarily represent those of the HUSD.
Good morning, Scorpions.
Today is Thursday, February 1st.
I'm Richard.
And I'm David.
And today we have a great show in store for you.
This week we have teachers learning Gen Z slang,
Basketball highlights,
and a spotlight on the girls wrestling team.
and there's so much more.
Thank you for joining us today.
Scorpion News starts now.
Good morning, Scorpions. I'm Ruby here with this week's announcements. Today marks the start of February, ushering in the beginning of Black History Month. As a special feature, we will be highlighting influential figures throughout this month, starting with the remarkable Malcolm X. A Muslim minister and human rights activist, Malcolm X was a staunch advocate for equality, leaving a lasting mark on history throughout his commitment to justice and empowerment. Shifting gears a bit, seniors, we have some exciting news for you. Prom tickets are now on sale. Permission slips are available at the student store. Payment plans are available with a $50 deposit. Be sure to purchase with friends if you want to be on the same bus. On Friday, girls basketball takes Oak Hills at 6 p.m. in the gym. The Scorpion squad theme is Adam Sandler, so dress like him or one of his characters. I love seeing all those TikToks with students wearing baggy shorts and oversized t-shirts. It definitely meets the vibe check, just like the teachers who may or may not meet the vibe check of today's current slang. This next video is on Oxford's latest word of the year. Enjoy.
Every year, Oxford University Press debates candidates for the word of the year. The winner is chosen based off interest over the last 12 months and cultural significance. After 32,000 votes and review from language experts, the Oxford Word of the Year 2023 was Riz. Popularized by Gen Z, Riz is the shortened form of the word charisma. It pertains to a person's ability to attract another person through their charm, style, and attractiveness. With teens and young adults often propelling changes in our everyday language, we decided to give teachers a little crash course. We're calling this Learning Gen Z Slang.
Swifty? Is that what you use with a Swifter?
Delulu? Yes. Delulu. I have no idea. Meaning, the word Delulu means I have no idea.
Riz.
City of origin, please.
Can we phone a friend?
That means Mr. Jones got no Riz.
I don't know what Riz is. What's Riz?
That foot slaps. My foot slaps. My foot is good.
Pookie? It sounds like a cookie.
Thank you to all the teachers for participating in this segment. You all ate that up. For Scorpion News, this is Natalie. Back to the studio.
Thank you to all the teachers who participated in shedding light on the interesting word of language. Speaking of getting involved, grab your sweetheart and get your heart racing with Cross Country Sweetheart Sprint 5K and 2K this Saturday at 9 a.m. With all that running, I'm definitely going to build an appetite. I hope they have food after. It's the little things that make me happy. With this in mind, we introduced our next segment, Scorpion Share. We went around campus asking people about the small things that make them happy.
What's something small you do that makes you happier?
One small thing I do that makes me happier and a little bit of everyone happier, I would say, is at least if you smile at one person every day, it makes their day.
Like the kindness challenge.
Yeah.
What's something small that you do that makes you happier?
I don't get the question.
You don't get the question. Basically is, what do you do, like any type of action that just makes you happy?
When I wake up in the morning and drink water.
Me too. What's something small that you do that makes you happy?
Sleep.
Sleep. What's something small that you do that makes you happy?
Playing volleyball with my team.
What's something small that you do that makes you happy?
Play guitar.
Eating.
What's something small that you do that makes you happy?
I read books.
He reads books. He doesn't read books.
Yes, I do.
You know what makes me happy? Sunlight, flowers, and bees. If you like bees too, maybe you should think of joining the Spanish Spelling Bee. We have an exciting opportunity for all you this spring. Join us for the Spanish Spelling Bee and put your spelling skills to the test. To participate, simply reach out to one of our dedicated Spanish teachers for more information and details on how to get involved. Attention sophomores and juniors, would you like to attend the National College Fair in Ontario on February 7th? This is the first come, first served field trip and spots are limited. Stop by the CCRC at your earliest convenience for more information on how to pick up a membership. Well, that's all for me, Scorpions. Now on to Diego with sports. This is Ruby signing off.
Welcome, Scorpions, to the game of the week between the Oak Hill Bulldogs and the Xperia Scorpions. This week, we'll be covering the best plays from this exciting thriller. The game starts off with Mark Jones wasting no time and immediately attacking the basket, making it an easy layup. Josiah Williams, a standout freshman, showcases his fancy footwork with a Sunday spin move and a powerful drive to the basket, impressing fans early on. The Scorpions started to take an early lead with up 4 points with Jones driving up and making another last layup. The Scorpions were off to a great start. Oak wasn't backing down, making a little comeback going up 1 point late in the first, but with an amazing pass from Williams to Jesse Martinez, the Scorpions take the lead. As we enter the third quarter, Williams continues to shine, displaying his athleticism with a jaw-dropping play, faking a shot, and stinging a bucket. With an 8-point gap, the Oak Bulldogs were still in the lead, but the Xperia Scorpion spirit was still high. Looking at Checkers, prowling on a ferocious steal, going on the break, placing his feet down with a nasty Euro step, and making a bucket. Breaking the lead to 39-42, the Xperia Scorpions have made 5 straight points, making a comeback in this game. With Checkers still on fire, he manages to make a tough pass look easy, passing it to Williams, who drives him with a mid-range floater, making a bucket to make the score 41-42. From the logo, Mark Jones drives into the paint, making the layup. Scorpions take out the lead 43-42, sending the crowd into a frenzy. Williams passes it to Checkers, who drives past Oak defense and cashes in a layup, extending the lead for the Xperia Scorpions. Jones starts directing the calls on the floor and drives to the mid-range, but passes to Williams, who's outside the key, and drains a 3. Beautiful shot there. Jones, still on fire, walks down the lane and drives into the paint with a nasty Euro step and banks layup, putting the Scorpions back in the lead 50-48. Head to the fourth quarter, Gomez makes Oak's defense look silly and unfortunately misses the wrong lane shoot, but Mark Jones is able to get there and rebound and cash in a bucket. Still in the beginning of the fourth with a lot of time left, Checkers walks down the court showing his crafty dribbling skills, drives into the paint and makes a layup, giving them an 8-point lead. With a deep pass from Williams, Checkers is able to get to it and Euro step into a layup, and the crowd stands up for this nail biter. With another well-timed pass, Checkers makes another easy layup as the clock winds down. With the clock winding down, it was a very close game from the beginning to end. Both teams traded shot for shot. The Xperia Scorpions and Oak Hill Bulldogs delivered the game for the ages. The crowd is definitely going to remember this game for a while. The score ends 79-67 with the Scorpions coming out on top. Stay tuned for more exciting Xperia Scorpion basketball games.
What's up, Scorpions? It's Diego with this week's sports announcements. Last week, a couple of winter sports took some wins home. But not just that, our cheer team went to Jams National and placed 3rd place. So shout out to them. Another shout out to the boys soccer team for beating both Apple Valley and Burroughs with a score of 4-0. Speaking of beating Apple Valley and Burroughs, the basketball team beat them both as well, and the girls soccer team tied up with Burroughs. And last but definitely not least, our boys and girls wrestling had 12 champions and 19 qualifiers for CIF individuals. 2 of those champions were Eliana Valdez and Camila Duran, who were individual league champions. For a little personal insight on the girls wrestling team, here's a documentary on them and the growing sport.
For decades, the boys wrestling team at Hesperia High has been a committed symbol of athletic ability and brotherhood. However, in recent years, the emergence of Hesperia girls wrestling team signals a positive shift towards inclusivity and support of the talents of female athletes in the wrestling arena. These young athletes are not just wrestlers, they are trailblazers in a sport that is gaining recognition and respect across the nation.
For our school site and even our league, there's a lot more girls involved. In the past, there was always 2 or 3 girls, maybe 1 when it was just boys. But since the girls have had the opportunity to have their own wrestling team, the girls have had way more opportunity to be able to be involved, be successful, win titles, become league champs, when before that wasn't really an opportunity.
According to the NCAA's women's wrestling is progressing towards becoming the NCAA's 91st championship, meeting the emerging sport for women program criteria with over 40 schools sponsoring the sport at the varsity level, signaling a monumental shift in the sports landscape.
We're putting the word out to Hesperia that there is a girls wrestling team and you can be a part of something more than just wrestling.
As the Captain U emphasizes that prospective athletes should be aware that the full ride athletic scholarship for women's wrestling is currently unavailable. Despite this, the expansion of women's wrestling is on the rise, and more opportunities are expected to emerge in the near future as additional schools are likely to offer women's college wrestling. As the Hesperia High School girls wrestling team grapples with opponents, they also grapple with a wide range of hurdles.
There's a lot of stereotypes that it's gay and it's tomboyish, I guess.
So our training is very hard. It's mainly conditioning and weightlifting, and to prepare mentally, just clear your mind and don't really think about it. But physically, just eat well and you'll do fine.
Despite these hurdles, their unwavering commitment enables them to be more successful, proving that their dedication can pave the way for future Scorpions of female wrestlers.
Because it's really rewarding in the end, and we need more girls.
I just think wrestling just needs to pull more female wrestlers. There's a lot of equality, and it's a very nice atmosphere. I just feel like there just needs to be more female wrestlers.
Over the 2023 to 2024 season, the girls wrestling team has embraced many challenges of breaking barriers, consistently securing victories in local tournaments and dual meets. Their impressive performances, marked by notable achievements, has allowed them to place in high rankings, earning well-deserved recognition and qualifications for the league finals and regionals.
I think that it can only go up from here. As we have success in the program, more girls will want to come out. And word of mouth, I think that just us being successful across the board as a wrestling program, with the boys too, they'll see that there is success and that the boys and the girls are having a good time, and they'll hopefully want to come out and we'll have more girls.
The Hesperia High School girls wrestling team is a groundbreaking chapter in the making. Their strong commitment predicts a future where these athletes will not only continue to dominate in the wrestling world, but leave an unforgettable legacy, breaking boundaries and inspiring generations to come. For Scorpion News, this is Hannah. Back to the studio.
Great job, ladies. You all put the W in wrestling. Thank you for sharing your stories. We're excited to see how you all continue to push the sport forward. And now for this week's schedule. Tomorrow, the girls basketball team will be playing at home against Oak Hills, and the boys will be playing away against Oak Hills. So don't miss out on that and go support the team. Well, Scorpions, that's all the sports announcements this week. It's Diego, signing off.
I'm a math teacher. Of course I like failing students.
I'm a math teacher. Of course I like yelling at my students.
I'm a math teacher. Of course I've got problems.
I'm a math teacher. Of course I know how to calculate sine, cosine, and tangent.
I'm a math teacher. Of course I know that x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
I'm a math teacher. And I like math, of course, because if you like money, you gotta like math, because math is how we measure money.
We're English teachers. Of course we can't do math.
We're English teachers and we read for fun on the weekends.
We're English teachers. We grade a lot of papers over and over again.
We are English teachers. We complain about grading and then we assign you an essay.
We're English teachers. Of course I have a pile of books at home that I've been meaning to read.
We're English teachers and we talk a lot.